好，各位同学晚安。很快又到了晚间的 The Catcher in the Rye 的时段。那我们今天晚上轻松一点，因为进度已经讲完，我们要进行到下一章了。下一个章节，我记得是13章。所以广读非常快，从114页已经完了，比同学想象中要快很多。这是广读，要经过精读才有办法广读。那我们今天晚上念个3、4页就轻松助眠就可以了。在此之前，我先回答一个有同学问到的问题，我觉得问的不错，因为同样是芮成钢自己的问题。那同学也有这方面的问题，我就很简单扼要的解答一下。好，看在这个叫做 Q&A， 就是问问题解答。通常问问题解答 Q&A 都是面对面，你问对方问题，对方回答你这样子。好，你看我举的例子，那个 Q 是问问题 ，The President 是被问问题的人是总统，所以你看他怎么问两个人面对面Thank you, sir。然后总统回答 Good to see you， 很高兴见到你。然后问问题的人又问 Thank you, good to see you。这是一种对应，应对进退的对应。人家总统表示很高兴见到你，你跟他见面，你是要问他问题的人，也许是主持人，也许是其他的来宾，他也要谢谢他，问候他，见到他，所以他也要讲 Good to see you, Mr. President， 因为他面对总统，所以他要尊称总统先生。这时候就不能够叫 President so and so， 不行这样子。那看看芮成钢的问题出在哪里？芮成钢的问题出现在他面对总统，他并没有称呼对方 Mr. President， 他是叫他 President Obama。是这个，你如果要讲 President Obama， 你不能面对奥巴马总统叫他 President Obama， 你必须是总统不在现场，你讲说奥巴马总统怎么样怎么样，你跟另外一个人讲，就是甲跟乙讲奥巴马总统怎么样，你就可以讲说 President Obama。甲跟乙讲要讲述总统，那就是 President Obama。如果你是甲，奥巴马总统是乙，你不能叫他 President Obama， 你要叫他 Mr. President。是这样子。所以那个是你面对的对象，是你直接面对他，还是你所谈论的对象，并不是在你面前你要称呼他这样子。那所以同学问了一个问题是，他给了一个他问的问题是要叫 Mr. President 或是 President so and so， 他给了我一个连结。那这个是新闻在讲川普不在他面前，他不是问川普问题，所以标题可以下 President Trump and his daughter， 就是川普总统跟他的女儿这样子。那如果说现在我跟川普见面，面对面，我要称呼川普，千万不能叫他 President Trump， 我要讲 Mr. President， 是这样子。那我们如果用举一反三的方式，如果我要写新闻标题，或是我跟另外一个人讲小英总统，那我就要跟那个人讲 President 蔡。但我如果面对小英总统，我不能讲 President 蔡，我不能这样称呼他，我要称他 Ms. President， 就是总统女士。那这个可以实做看看因为我讲的通常不会错了。如果我驻华府这个还搞错的话，那个就应该要炮决了，严重程度是应该要炮决的。好，我们可以直接用 Google 来实做一下，看看我讲的对不对。女性是用 Ms， 女士，那 Mrs 是 是什么什么夫人这样子。哦，我打错了，Miss 是小姐，打太快了。前面那个 MIS 是 Miss， 不是 Ms， 两个不一样，所以我刚刚打太快。我们找找看有没有这样的一个好看的肯亚。他这边有 Meet Ms. President Kenya。但我不知道他这个讲的内容是真的肯亚总统是女性，还是说它是一个节目，所以可以看一下。好 ，Photos Kenya's first Ms. President Narao， 我不会念这个 Naria Amandi， 好像是这样。你看 ，Kenya has landed its first ever female president, Naria Amandi Okech, won the title after trumping 4 other finalists in the Miss President reality show。这是一个实境秀，但我们主要不是查这个内容啊，我们要查的是 Miss President。所以我再重复一遍。做个小结，我们就开始的 catch it in the right。如果你面对总统，你要跟总统面对面的讲话，你要称呼对方 Mr. President。如果是女性，你要称呼 Ms. MS Miss President。那个 Mrs. 比较不好了，听说那个 Hillary Clinton 很讨厌人家称呼她那个 Mrs. Clinton， 我听讲的，好像想跟小柯划清界限。然后你如果是2个人，你跟你的朋友或是谁谈论总统，那个总统是不在你面前，你要讲他怎么样怎么样，你可以讲 President Trump 怎么样怎么样。那你如果是跟川普面对面讲话，你要尊称他 Mr. President， 不能讲他 President Trump， 那不是闹笑话，那要炮决的。然后以我们国内来讲，你如果跟你的朋友聊天，讲到总统小英总统，你要讲 President 蔡。但如果你面对总统谈论其他事情，你要称呼总统 Ms. President， 就是这个 Miss President， 这样子。那 Miss 是比较通用的一种国际上的用法，因为你如果面对对方，你用 Miss 这种 MS 这种 Miss， 我们实作一下，比较不会惹人家生气了。那念 Miss used before a woman's family name when she does not want to be called Mrs. or Miss or when you do not know whether she's married or not。 你不知道对方结婚了没有，不管结几次婚或是从来没结过婚，你不可能先问他一下，请问你结婚了没有，你才决定要怎么叫他。那太离谱。那有些人基于隐私的问题，他不会把自己的婚姻状态，那个叫 marital status 放在公开资讯里面。所以你面对这个人，对方不管是不是有头有脸基于国际的礼仪礼貌，你不敢称呼他 Mrs. 或是 Miss 通常是未婚小女孩年纪比较小一点的啦，那你就讲 Miss 最保险，绝对不会有人有意见的，安全牌。 就是 Ms 这样子。所以你看他给的例句是 Dear Miss Johnson， 你如果不知道 Johnson 女士到底结过婚没有 ，Johnson 到底是不是他冠夫姓，还是他原来就姓 Johnson， 你叫他 Miss Johnson 是最保险的。所以我们刚刚看肯雅的，我没有查他是不是真的是女性总统，还是实境秀里面的节目这样子。所以我就顺便解答同学这个问题。面对总统本人，男的就是称呼 Mr. President， 女的就是 Ms. President， 安全牌。你不能把两个人谈论总统不在现场，他是你谈论的对象那个你必须要叫 President Trump， 或是哪一任的总统 President Obama， 是跟那个跟芮成钢一样。所以芮成钢好险不在北韩，否则这个东西一搞，绝对回去金小胖会把他炮决的这样子这是顺便回答同学的问题。好，那我们就直接开始，也是过了11分钟，我们也是4页左右了。我看一下，大概4页左右差不多。第13章，我们已经114页以后了看速度多快。好，我就直接润喉就开始。好。I walked all the way back to the hotel, 41 gorgeous blocks. I didn't do it because I felt like walking or anything. It was more because I didn't feel like getting in and out of another taxi cab. Sometimes you get tired of riding in taxi cabs, the same way you get tired riding in elevators. All of a sudden, you have to walk, no matter how far or how high up. When I was a kid, I used to walk all the way up to our apartment very frequently, 20 stories. You wouldn't even have known it had snowed at all. There was hardly any snow on sidewalks. But it was freezing cold, and I took my red hunting hat out of my pocket and put it on. I didn't give a damn how I looked. I even put the earlaps down. I wished I knew who'd swiped my gloves at Pansy, because my hands were freezing. Not that I'd have done much about it, even if I had known. I'm one of these very yellow guys. I try not to show it, but I am. For instance, if I'd found out at Pansy who'd stolen my gloves, I probably would have gone down to the cook's room and said, "Okay, how about handing over those gloves?" Then the cook that had stolen them probably would have said, his voice very innocent and all, "What gloves?" Then what I probably would have done, I'd have gone in his closet and found the gloves somewhere, hidden in his goddamn galoshes or something. For instance, I'd have taken them out and shown them to the guy and said, "I suppose these are your goddamn gloves." Then the crook probably would have given me this very phony, innocent look and said, "I never saw those gloves before in my life. If they're yours, take them. I don't want the goddamn things." Then I probably would have just stood there for about 5 minutes. I'd have the damn gloves right in my hand and all. But I'd feel I ought to sock the guy in the jaw or something. Break his goddamn jaw. Only, I wouldn't have the guts to do it. I'd just stand there, trying to look tough. What I might do, I might say something very cutting and snotty to rile him up, instead of socking him in the jaw. Anyway, if I did say something very cutting and snotty, he'd probably get up and come over to me and say, "Listen, Caulfield, are you calling me a kook?" Then instead of saying, "You're goddamn right I am, you dirty crooked bastard," all I probably would have said would be, "All I know is my goddamn gloves were in your goddamn galoshes." Right away then, the guy would know for sure that I wasn't going to take a sock at him. Then he probably would have said, "Listen, let's get it straight. Are you calling me a thief?" Then I probably would have said, "Nobody's calling anybody a thief. All I know is my gloves were in your goddamn galoshes." It could go on like that for hours. Finally, though, I'd leave his room without even taking a sock at him. I'd probably go down to the can and sneak a cigarette and watch myself getting tough in the mirror. Anyway, that's what I thought about the whole way back to the hotel. It's no fun to be yellow. Maybe I'm not all yellow. I don't know. I think maybe I'm just partly yellow and partly the type that doesn't give much of a damn if they lose their gloves. One of my troubles is I never care too much when I lose something. It used to drive my mother crazy when I was a kid. Some guys spend days looking for something they lost. I never seem to have anything that if I lost it, I'd care too much. Maybe that's why I'm partly yellow. It's no excuse, though. It really isn't. What you should be is not yellow at all. If you're supposed to sock somebody in the jaw, and you sort of feel like doing it, you should do it. I'm just not good at it, though. I'd rather push a guy out the window or chop his head off with an axe than sock him in the jaw. I hate fist fights. I don't mind getting hit so much, although I'm not crazy about it naturally. But what scares me most in a fist fight is a guy's face. I can't stand looking at the other guy's face. It's my trouble. It wouldn't be so bad if other guys, if you could both be blindfolded or something. It's a funny kind of yellowness when you come to think of it, but it's yellowness, all right. I'm not kidding myself. The more I thought about my gloves and my yellowness, the more depressed I got. And I decided when I was walking it off to stop off and have a drink somewhere. I'd only have 3 drinks at Ernest, and I didn't even finish the last one. One thing I have is a terrific capacity. I can drink all night and not even show it if I'm in the mood. Once at a Houghton school, this other boy, Raymond Goldfarb, and I bought a pint of scotch and drank it in the chapel one Saturday night where nobody sees us. He got stinking, but I hardly didn't even show it. I just got very cool and nonchalant. I puked before I went to bed, but I didn't really have to. I forced myself. Anyway, before I got to the hotel, I started to go in this dumpy-looking bar, but 2 guys came out, drunk as hell, and wanted to know where the subway was. One of them was this very Cuban-looking guy, and he kept breathing his stinking breath in my face when I gave him directions. I ended up not even going in the damn bar. I just went back to the hotel. The whole lobby was empty. It smelled like 50 million dead cigars. It really did. I wasn't sleepy or anything, but I was feeling sort of lousy, depressed and all. I almost wish I was dead. Then all of a sudden, I got in this big mess. The first thing when I got in the elevator guy said to me, "Interested in having a good time, fella? Or is it too late for you?" "How do you mean?" I said. I didn't know what he was driving at or something or anything. "Interested in a little tale tonight?" "Me?" I said, which was a very dumb answer, but it's quite embarrassing when somebody comes right up and asks you a question like that. "How old are you, Chief?" The elevator guy said. "Why?" I said. 22. Well, how about it? "You're interested? $5 this roll, $15 the whole night." He looked at his wristwatch. "Till noon, $5 this roll. $15 till noon." Okay, I said. It was against my principles at all. But I was feeling so depressed, I didn't even think. That's the whole trouble. When you're feeling very depressed, you can't even think. "Okay, what?" A throw? We're till noon? I gotta know. Just a throw. Okay, we'll ring you in. I looked at the red thing with my number on it, on my key. 12:22, I said. He was already sort of sorry. I was already sort of sorry I'd left the thing start rolling. But it was too late now. Okay, I sent a girl up in about 15 minutes. He opened the doors and I got out. Hey, is she good looking? I asked him. I don't want any old bag. No old bag, don't worry about it, Chief. Who do I pay? Her, he said. Let's go, Chief. He shut the doors, practically right in my face. I went to my room and put some water on my hair, but you can't really comb a crew cut or anything. Then I tested to see if my breath stank from so many cigarettes and the scotch and sodas I drank at Ernest. 好，我们就到119页，后面蛮好玩的。119，一页、2页、3页、4页、5页。哎，我念了5页啊，比平常4页多了1页，花了大概21分钟这样子。那我们今天晚上就因为礼拜5晚上，像算周末晚上了，大家轻松一点，不要搞太累。21分钟差不多半堂课。好，我们今天就到这个地方，感谢同学。先预祝同学周末愉快，晚安。